Okay, we start with coordinate geometry. Today's class will be only on Gyan. So let us take the Gyan. Coordinate geometry. In the previous syllabus, children, no talking. एक बार board में आ गए तो फिर no talking. मैं आपको वक्त दूंगा. I'll give you a strategic time out. In the previous chapter, in the previous syllabus, that is when the grade 9s before you, this was a very simple chapter. Means this was not worth of teaching till last year. This year, it is a very simple chapter. Not very simple. When you go to grade 10, this is a simple chapter. Simple chapter. When you go to grade 11, this is grandma's story. You will literally cry. It's tough. Tough in 11 and tough in 12. Very tough. Matlab. Okay? So, but now what you are saying is very simple. Okay, coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry is something in which we study everything in 2 dimensions. Only 2 dimensions. 2 dimensions means we will have either a length or a breadth like that, or a length or a height in that manner. So a 2 dimension in space is always shown by 2 axes, one axis being the x-axis, one axis being the y-axis. So let us make our x-axis and let us make our y-axis in order to understand what is a 2 dimension all about. And should you have any problem, you can always stop the discussion. Okay, right? So anything on 2 dimension is spread up on a coordinate system. Okay, and this coordinate system is called the Cartesian coordinate system. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? The Cartesian coordinate system. Cartesian coordinate system. Children, whatever we are going to study does not have 3 dimensions. It has only 2 dimensions, like the paper on your, like the table. Cartesian coordinate. Name comes from actually a French person whose name was René Descartes. He was not a mathematician. He was from accounts, actually, finance. So René Descartes gave this, what you call, system, which is called the Cartesian coordinate system, in which we have 2 axes. The vertical axis is known as the y-axis, right? And this horizontal axis is called the x-axis. This is something imaginary, kalpanik hai ye, okay? And wherever the 2 axes join, that point is known as the origin, right? Clear? Now, he has assigned 4 quadrants are born out of this. How many quadrants are born? 4 quadrant. Q-U-A-D-R-A-N-T, quadrant. This is known as my first quadrant. We always move anti-clockwise. Trigonometry also we will use this. This is known as my second quadrant. This is my third quadrant. And this is my 4th quadrant. Have you understood? Right? From the origin, everything that is to the right, the x-axis is actually mentioned in this manner. We call this as the x dash point. X dash means the negative. O stands for the origin and x stands for the positive direction of x-axis. Like we used to say positive direction in slope. Similarly, the y-axis is also named as y-o, y dash. Y dash stands for negative. Okay? Everything that you go left is negative. Everything that you go south is negative. That means everything on top is taken as positive. Everything on right is taken as positive. So on this side, we will have positive numbers, which are like, say, all real numbers, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on. And on this side, we will have -1, -2, and -3, and so on. On this side, we generally write on the left side, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And on this side, we will have -1, -2, -3, and so on. Nothing new so far for you. Got it? Right? This sort of a system is set up to actually trace any point. Let's say somebody gives us, say, a point. Somebody says that there is a point like this. Can you trace the position of this point? The way we trace the position of this point is we draw a vertical line on the x and we draw a vertical line on the y-axis, something like this. Okay, and then we see what point is it pointing on the x. That x value is first written. So on x it is pointing how much beta? On x it is on 1 and on y it is on 2, right? So any point P can be represented as P, x and y, where x is its x coordinate, y is his y coordinate. Okay, x coordinate's name is also abscissa. Abscissa, and I have never heard this anywhere later. Y is also known as ordinate. How to remember is always remember the word y coordinate, y coordinate. So y is ordinate. So A is abscissa. Abscissa ordinate. इसको abscissa बोलते हैं इसको. But in this chapter you will be tested. Somebody will give you a point like say, somebody will give you a point like say -3, 4. They will ask what is the abscissa, what is the ordinate. Also mention on which quadrant will this point lie. On which quadrant? Hey, Advait, beta, at Dubai, will you be able to get this book? Are not ma'am, I am a sir. Or else you are coming to India na, in July. That time you pick up. Why are you losing foreign exchange? Government is saying don't lose foreign exchange. You buy in India only. At least money stays in our country. Got it? What happened? He's coughing like that. You ate some bones or what? Nothing. And you Pune master, have you got this book or not?
My mother just already itself.
I have to have a big talk with your mother anyway. अच्छा चलो, ये समझ में आया? Now let's see in which quadrant what points come. So if you look at quadrant 1, then any point on quadrant 1 has a mapping on positive y, has a mapping on positive x. So all points here will be of the order plus and plus. Do you agree? If I take a point, सिया बेटू समझ में आ रहा है तो? Yeah, if I take a point here, then let's see this point. Okay, if you take a point here, then this point is going to map to a positive y, but it is going to map to a negative x. That means here all points will be negative positive. Like this point will be -3, 2.5. ठीक है ना? Very easy chapter, not very easy. Here both will point towards negative. Understood? And here both will point towards, no, one will point towards positive and y will be pointing on negative. Tell me, bacha, how many of you did not understand this? Has anyone not understood this? Pretty easy. A Cartesian coordinate divides us into how many quadrants? 4 quadrants. In each of these quadrants, we will have separate type of, number mappings. Here we will have plus plus. Here we will have minus plus. Here both will be minus minus, and here will be plus minus. समझ में आ गया? And whenever we show plus minus, matrix the x and the y, the x is known as the abscissa and the y is known as the ordinate. So kahani ab tak. Two-dimensional points can be measured in space in the form of a Cartesian coordinate system where an x-axis and a y-axis intersect each other perpendicularly. Point of intersection is known as origin. Left side is known as x dash. Right side is known as x. X dash is all negative. X is all positive. Y dash is all negative. Y is all positive. As such, creates 4 quadrants for me. This is actually not the way you are looking at it. It's like how, it's like आप 2D में देख रहे हैं ना. Actually in 2D it is like this. 2 hands joined like this. Imagine 2 A4 papers cut and one inserted over the other, and you can stand on each of the quadrants. Just like the door of IKEA. Have you entered IKEA door? You make IKEA door like this. In our childhood, in our Indian Oil Township, we used to have the fish market door like that, and that is to be our fun thing. Daddy will go here, I will go here, and then we will push. We won't see. First, dad will come out, then we will come out. ये हम बहुत खेलते थे बचपन में, ठीक है? So it's like that. Just 2 cardboards you put in, and then you have got 2 planes beside you, an x plane and a y plane. Okay? So is this much understood? Some more things which we already know. What is the equation of a straight line? We have already studied. An equation of a straight line is given by y equal to mx plus c. What is this line? Slipping line. Slipping line. What is the slope? 0. 0. Because this line is, no bacha will be sliding through here. So let's make the equation of the x-axis y equal to 0x, and what is the y-intercept? 0. Therefore, y equals to 0 is the equation of x-axis. Always remember that. And the equation of y-axis is x equal to 0. ठीक है? Recap समझ में आया? We studied what is 2-dimension Cartesian coordinate system. We knew what is abscissa and ordinate. We have also studied the plus minus, the quadrants, this, and y equal to 0, x equal to 0. This belongs to my mom, 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 mom. Clear? Understood? Shall we go ahead? Okay. Now we will get some very silly problems. Point this, point those, we will do later. First, let's complete the Gyan. Only one more part of Gyan is left. After that, we are diving into the book. Ahan, darling, there is a yellow book like this, whose link has been put on the parent WhatsApp forum, available on Amazon, same day delivery. Please do buy the book, okay? If you have bought it, very good. Okay, he's not bought it. I know that. That's why I said. Okay, सोता है वो, ठीक है? सोती रहो. Okay. Next topic. With this much, you are set to understand. Now, next topic is a topic of grade 10. Grade 10 will be studying this year. You are studying distance formula. इसके अलावा और कुछ नहीं है इस चैप्टर में. Okay. Distance formula. And this is a very, very important thing which you will be using left, right, and center in grade 11. Distance formula. In this distance formula, it is a formula to find distance between random points. Tuesday, all of you give some puja. Your case is being heard in Supreme Court. Okay. So, distance between 2 points. Understand? So, let's find out a formula which will give us distance between 2 points. And by that, you can deduce the midpoint formula also. Clear? So let us first introduce 2 points. What are the 2 points? Rishika will always say, sir, let the 2 points be P and Q. Okay, let's the points be P and Q. This is P and this is a point Q. We want to find the distance between the 2 points. Agreed? The distance between these 2 points. Very easy. All you need to know for this, finding this distance is, what is this? No, this is Dadaji. Pardadaji. His name is Pythagoras. But I don't know in those days there was specs or not. But there may be. So you need to know Pythagoras theorem. You can find out the distance between 2 points. Okay. Aao bacha. What is the distance between the 2 points that you are interested? Sir, I am interested to find out what is the value of PQ. That is my quest. In order to find PQ, what do? We take P and we first find out what are the coordinates of the point P. Did you understand, bacha? We will find the Anaj ka dushman. We will find out what is the coordinate of the point P. And simultaneously, we will also find out what is the coordinate of the point Q. So the problem starts. P has points x1, y1, and this has y2, x2. That means when we started our problem, P was having a coordinate x1, y1, and Q was having a coordinate x2, y2. Do you understand or not? Okay. And what we do here, we will be completing one Kalpanic triangle, that is the imaginary triangle, and we name this point something as say R. Correct? Okay. Dadaji is becoming too much prominent. Let us make Dadaji small. Dadaji says that PQ should be equal to PR square plus QR square under root. I know I could have written it in simpler form. I've deliberately not written. Your grade 9 students, you're supposed to know this. Did you get this or not? Dadaji says hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus altitude square. From here you get this. Okay? Very good. That means our job is to find out what is the value of PR and to find out what is the value of QR. If we find these two, our job is done. Agreed or not? So let us try and find out first what is the value of, देखा अभी क्लास करके गया, अभी होम क्लास वर्क पोस्ट कर दिया. सीखो इनसे. Grade 8. Okay, PR. Let's look at PR. अच्छा बोला तो PR क्या है? PR को अगर हम देखें, right? And let's give some more names. This is point A, this is point B, okay? And this is my origin O. Is PR not equal to AB? Yes. If it is equal to AB is delta. So in physics we say final minus initial. See, OB minus OA. So that should be AB. Right? OB is nothing but X2 minus X1. Is it okay? Right? समझ में आ रहा है? क्या मैडम समझ में आ रहा है? Okay, very good. आइए. The next one we have to find out is QR. QR. So let's get some more names. Say this is point C and say this is point D. So QR is equal to DC. और Q के साथ D है और DC. अब DC क्या हो जाएगा? OD minus OC. Agreed? OD is what beta? Y2 minus Y1. Is this understood? बस हो गया और है ही क्या इसमें? अब डाल दो अपना डिस्टेंस फार्मूला. Now put your distance formula. The distance formula, now PQ, we are saying that this is the distance you want to find out. And the distance is D. So we say D is equal to root under x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Children, this is very important for all your higher studies. This formula is very important. Now somebody may tell, wait, don't, after that I'll give you time to write. Somebody may say, sir, I forgot in exam and I wrote the formula as D is equal to root under x1 minus x2 and I wrote here y1 minus y2 whole square. Sir, will I get marks? Then I say, you idiot. 3 minus 2 is how much? 5 minus 3 is how much? 2. 3 minus 5 is how much? Minus 2. 2 square is how much? Minus 2 square is how much? जैसे लिखो वो square है. Somebody said, sir, I wrote x1 minus x2 and I wrote y2 minus y1. Very good. No change. As long as it is square, ही फर्क पैंदा. But there is a procedure or a protocol. So we always write x2 minus x1 minus x2 or कोई book लिखता है. So this is a more accepted norm. This is a more accepted norm. Have you understood? This is all about the chapter. And now we will get into solving problems. If you want time to write, you can write. And if you don't want to write, you don't write. All is okay because I follow Munna Bhai MBBS. Smiling. Okay. So what is the distance formula? Distance formula is always given as the difference of the y coordinate square plus the difference of the x coordinate square. It's the sum of the difference of squares between the x and the y. And very easy. In grade 10, you will learn about something called section formula, where this is a dairy milk and you have a brother or a sister and you are dishonest. No, you will never divide it into half. No. So you want to divide it in 60:40 and you engage a 3D computer or a slaughter. So the slaughter has to find this point. जहाँ पे तोड़ने से ये 60:40 or say some 62:38 ratio it will done. So that is called section formula. You learn section formula. That's it. Shall we? If you have done, very good. If you have not done, still very good. So we'll take up some 1 or 2. We will take halwa problem. We'll do 2. After halwa, we'll do ekdam mirchi problem. Okay? And this book is good because they don't do. This book has no nonsense. It does not start with your NCERT type problems. What is the ordinate? What is the abscissa? It starts straight away with distance formula only. Okay? So you want to do one halwa problem? Achha, one halwa. Halwa then we'll do from Manjari. You know, Manjari gives all halwa problem. चल मंजरी से कर. शर्म नहीं आता है तुमको हलवा प्रॉब्लम करने में? नहीं, इसमें कुछ नहीं है. प्लेस ए रेक्टेंगुलर टेबल. इसमें कुछ नहीं है. यही सब प्रॉब्लम करेंगे. यही सब आएगा, वो सब नहीं आएगा. चलो स्टार्ट. So we start with some, and you don't open the red book now, then you will get biased. Now you just listen to how I do, then I'll give you time to open the red book also. Okay. Achha, there are some solved problems in this red book. Illustrative example that you can do. I mean, right? Very easy. Okay. Acha, I'll do one fill in the blanks. 50 lies on 50, the point 50. It will never be on coordinate 1. 50 or 05 will always lie on the axis. 50 lies where? 50 will lie always on x-axis. 50, x is the value 5, y is 0. 50 means x-axis. 05 means y-axis. That means you all are not fit to go for the. I was thinking you guys are good enough to go to the next exercise, but I feel that you are very, very. तुम्हारा दिमाग ही नहीं है. इनके दिमाग बाजार में बेचे तो पूरे दाम मिलेंगे, कभी इस्तेमाल ही नहीं हुए. Okay, so -2, 3 lies in which quadrant? -2, 3. Second quadrant. Yes, you all are taking so much time. Utter tube lights. Okay. The axis divides the plane into 4 regions called 05 lies on both the axes. True or false? False. It lies only on the y-axis. 00 lies on both axes. Yeah, true. The point 3 minus 4 is not same as 4 minus 3. True. They are absolutely different points. Again. Draw a quadrilateral with these. Draw a quadrilateral with 3, 2, 2, 3. यही सब हो जाएगा. चलो चलते हैं आगे. Okay. So we do with our distance formula problems. Okay. I will give another love letter on motion also. That was elaborate worksheet. Now that worksheet is not as per the exam pattern. You guys are CBSE का लाडलाज ना. So you will get. हाँ बिल्कुल. सॉल्व तो करना ही है, नहीं तो 11 में फेल करोगे यार, 9 में भी फेल करोगे. अच्छा क्या आपको गुलदस्ते मिलते हैं उसके लिए. You have to also solve questions of pattern like 1 mark, 2 mark, case based, competency based, like the love letter you have received for mixtures. That is an exam based paper. ठीक है ना. And I will not give key चाहिए तो उसी पेपर को किसी AI में अपलोड कर दो, वो key दे देगा आपको. Sure, she knows those. It's very good. Okay. चलिए next question. Okay, close your red books. Okay, the yellow books you close. Find the distance. It says find the distance. Children, in this particular chapter, you can lose marks in 2 scenarios. Either you are a dumbo moron or you cannot do calculations. In these 2 ways only you can lose marks. Find the distance between A and B. Somebody puddle Peppa. Okay, Peppa goes to her grandfather's house and we visit the postman today. Or says, have you seen Peppa Pig falling on the ground and then laughing? They're all trapezoidal in their structure. All trapezoidal. They will always fall down on the ground like this. Like this they fall down. Yeah. 5, 8. And B point is, acha, your school will be very harsh with you. They won't give you negative, positive figures. They'll deliberately give you negative because so that you make mistakes. आपको distance निकालना है. So, how will you solve this problem? First is always writing the formula. Distance between P x1 y1 and Q x2 y2 is equal to root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. And you can write here x1 equal to y1 equal to x2 equal to y2 equal to. What is the x1? 5. What happened to that girl? She is again gone for some NCC. Never ending NCCs. 3. So our distance is how much? Distance AB is equal to root under, and always never put the root, never put that horizontal line at the start. Then your roots look more neat. So it is x2 minus x1, negative 7 minus 5 whole square plus what? Negative 3, negative of negative 8 whole square. Now put this, looks better. यही सब गलती करोगे आप, समझ में आ रहा है ना. y2 minus y1, y2 क्या है बेटा? Negative 3. Minus y1 means minus of minus. Understood? This is the mistake children are making. I'm telling you, Akax. You are a very lovely boy. 7 minus 5 minus 12 square. Added with, today I'm a Bengali mother, you know, minus 3 plus 8. How much is it? 5, positive 5 square. Put it inside the root. This becomes 144 plus 25. Okay, definitely it will be 169. I knew that. 169. And 169's root is how much? 13. So 13, you don't write 13, you'll write 13 units. You don't know what is the units. So you're going to write distance. क्या रे ऋषिका, तेरा तेरा आंखों से क्या देख रही है? कुछ गलत लिखा क्या मैंने? ठीक है, ये एक टाइप का प्रॉब्लम आपको सिखा दिया. कर पाओगे ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स? ठीक है, तो ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स आप कीजिएगा. एंड children, this book is written by Manjit Singh, which we used to follow a lot in our days. Do not leave a single problem from this book. Ultimately, you will see your ma'am is also giving from this book only in exams. तो इसके सारे solved and unsolved. नहीं बेटा, खाली ऐसे करके हवा नहीं लेना है इसमें से, इसे प्रॉब्लम्स करने हैं. ठीक है, हाँ, समझ आ गया? Anyone has doubt in this type of problem? So what did we learn in this type of problem? The only thing we have to do is we have to take care of the signs. Or if you are going by y2 minus y1, you will go by the x2 minus x1. Clear? Shall we go ahead? तो भाई साहब, हुआ आपका आटा 2 किलो, चावल 250 ग्राम, कर लीजिए. इतना सुंदर करके लिख लियो जैसे मेरी प्यारी, वैसे चिट्ठी लिख रहे हो जैसे. बहुत अच्छा, बहुत अच्छी बात है. आइए, अच्छा, in such problems we may also get questions where geometrical knowledge may be tested. Let's look at a geometrical figure which is known as a rectangle. Now here we are studying coordinate geometry, so nobody will tell you anything about angles. The only way you can relate angles is you find measurements and you show that they are conforming to Pythagoras theorem. Or let's see, for a rectangle, what are the necessary and sufficient conditions? ये सब आपका grade 8 याद दिलाएगा. Now what is a rectangle? A rectangle has got two measurements, length and breadth, and the length and breadth are perpendicular, opposite angles are 90 degree, all angles. But यहाँ 90 degree बोल नहीं सकते हैं. This chapter is not. Adya madam, what happened to your camera? In this chapter, we won't be able to talk about 90 degrees and all because nobody will tell us. But in a rectangle, there is one more thing which is valid. What is that valid thing? That the length of the diagonals are equal. In a rectangle, the length of the diagonals are equal. Do you know that or no? Yes, the diagonals are equal in length. So they might say that these are 4 points of a rectangle. Prove that they actually are from a rectangle. So how many ways you can prove it? One way, then if somebody says they are already of a rectangle, then their diagonals must be equal. So you can prove this distance and this distance to be equal. That is how. You won't get calculate distance, you will get an application problem. Another can be that you find this distance, find this distance, find this distance, and you show that this square plus this square is this square. That is also valid. So the book writes, up 4 points can form a parallelogram. ये लिखिए, ये बड़ा important है. 4 points can form a parallelogram. These are necessary conditions for a parallelogram and rectangle. And not from the perspective of the chapter of parallelograms, which you did in class 8, more from the perspective of coordinate geometry, because we have to find all answers based on the points. 4 points form a parallelogram. How did you write a parallelogram? P-A-R-A, ऐसे करके लिखा गया. Come on, you're like super jumbos. Parallelogram is written as double line GM. This is a parallelogram. 4 lines, okay, form a parallelogram if opposite sides are equal and diagonals are equal. So in a parallelogram, we will say opposite sides are equal, and number 2, diagonals are equal. Opposite sides are equal and diagonals are equal. Actually, if you put some sort of common sense, you will get to know that a parallelogram originated out of a rectangle. Rectangle's mother made him stand under the scorching sun, so he got bent. What happened? He got bent. Equally on other sides. What you lost here is what you gained here. है ना? Yeah. That's why area of parallelogram and area of rectangle will be same. The way you find the area is different. Here we will be using the formula of length into breadth. When we do area chapter, this is base into height. ये भूल नहीं सकते हम. Okay. So it is a parallelogram. And second, 4 points. 4 points by Sheraton. 4 points form a parallelogram. Then again write 4 points. 4 points. This time we are talking about a rectangle. In Hindi it is known as Chaturbhuj. Is a parallelogram a rectangle? No. A rectangle is a parallelogram. Is a parallelogram a rectangle? No. A rectangle is a parallelogram. That means if a rectangle is a parallelogram, the law which is for a parallelogram should be the law for a rectangle also. So here we just say above 2 points. Okay? 4 points can form a rectangle. Then comes one more shape. My English is bad. That is known as square. Square. Square's mother actually held square under the sun. Square became a rhombus. Very good. Square's mother took square and said, today your punishment, you stand outside in the scorching sun. He said, can I not go to in-orbit mall? He said, shut up. Okay. So square became a rhombus. A rhombus is a kaju katli where all the 4 sides are equal, just that they are not oriented at 90 degrees. So my question, is a rhombus a square? No. But is a square a rhombus? Yes. So whatever will be applicable for rhombus should be applicable for square. चलिए rhombus के लिए लिखिए 4 points can form a rhombus. Rhombus means rhombasur. Number 1, all 4 sides are equal and diagonals are unequal. In a rhombus, diagonals are never equal, bacha. In a rhombus, diagonals are always unequal. Clear? And 4 points can form a square. Tell me in square, what should be the rule? No. Square, the diagonals will be equal. Square, the diagonals will be equal. And size will also be equal. Rhombus थोड़ा सा indisciplined square है, ये समझ लो. So sides and diagonals. You know what is diagonals? Are equal. You understood? ये आद्या इस बार मैं right click करूँ क्या? Adya is a very disobedient girl. She never listens to what is being taught in the class. अभी भी mute में, मतलब वो class में नहीं है. Class on करके जाके कहीं बैठा हुआ है. मस्ती कर रहा है, कभी breakfast खा रहा है. Adya is a disobedient girl. She never attends classes. She never listens to what her teacher says. She is highly disobedient. My camera क्या लिखा? अरे how come your camera was working 2 minutes ago when you are watching movie and all and doing chatting, everything is working. Camera not working, no excuse. मैं बोला ना. All of you who attend with laptops, please invest. ये अभी Amazon का सेल आएगा फिर से अभी गणेश पूजा से पहले. There is a simple C270 Logitech webcam. It's an excellent webcam and it is an excellent microphone also. इसको रख लो. And when you're packing your baggage for a trip, take this. Whether your laptop camera works, doesn't work. Because with me, you know, cameras are very, very shy. Cameras never work with me. Cameras work very nice in chatting and all. Only with me, they don't work. But this one will work. C270, it gives you HD. You can even touch up your face, चेहरा, foundation, जो भी लगाना है, Maybelline वगैरह आप लगा के 270 से देख सकते हैं. C270 is a very nice camera. And you should have one. Because further, not with me, you will be doing podcast as project works with your friend. Like we recently had a podcast with grade 12 students, Glendale. So there will be podcast and all. How will you connect? और लैपटॉप चलाओगे तो ये तुम्हारा थोपड़ा यहाँ से दिखेगा, वो ऊपर सन क्या दिखेगा? See, a webcam always gives a very, this one, see this one's look, the Ahan's look, it will give you a very professional look. Always have a webcam. और microphone लगा, laptop camera, it will half capture the ceiling. Brrr, fan घूम रहा है. Yeah, please. We have but center button will give you normalized mixed water. Right side will give you chilled water. And if you are catching cold after having chilled water, that is on you, not on me. Is this understood? ठीक है. और नीचे अगर पानी गिरा ना, तू ही पोछा मारेगी. हाँ. चलो आगे. आने दो उसको. उसको सताते रहते हो तुम लोग. ठीक है. So what is the camera? One Logitech C270. It is just equal to ये जो बाहर तुम लोग कपड़े खरीदते हो, रेस्टोरेंट में जाते हो, उससे सस्ता ही है. Logitech C270. Have that camera, and all this nonsense will stop forever. Camera not working. Adya, can you speak? Can we listen to you? Can you say hello? Hello. See?
Yes, sir.
I have never found a student who attends my class saying that microphone is not working but camera is working. Not only me, my wife is also a teacher ना. मैंने उसको एक दिन पूछा, क्या कोई ऐसा स्टूडेंट मिला जिसका माइक्रोफोन काम नहीं करता है लेकिन कैमरा? कहते हैं आज तक नहीं मिला. Yeah, that's the camera. Logitech C2. का मेरा ग्रीन बॉक्स में आएगा. And it's an excellent microphone. Excellent microphone. In COVID days, when I used to teach, my webcam used to be somewhat at least 5 feet from me. It will give you crystal clear voice. ठीक है? हाँ, रील बिल्कुल बना सकते हैं. Logitech 270, उसके साथ आप पेयर कर लो, एक रिंग लाइट भी ले लो. हाँ, रिंग लाइट भी ले लो तो बढ़िया रील बनता है. बढ़िया. और जिस दिन रील बनाना है मुझसे ये ले जाना, इसमें नॉइस कैंसिलेशन नहीं. यहाँ से ड्रिल भी करेगा तो भी सुनाई नहीं देगा. He can knock on the table, that will not be picked up. बनाना है तो अच्छा चीज बनाओ ना. Be professional. चलिए आगे. So question is, a town. There is a town. एक town है. Okay, a town. And the specs are, town is located. Question. A town is located 36 kilometers east and 15 kilometer north of A. A town B. B नाम का एक टाउन है which is located 15 kilometers east, 36 kilometers east and 15 kilometers north of A. So in such type of problems, we have to make our arbitrary Cartesian coordinate system. Okay. So let's first make one arbitrary Cartesian coordinate system. A town B. Okay. A town B. So let's make the Cartesian coordinate system. So it says a town B is 36 kilometers east of north of A. So which is the reference? A is the reference. So A is the reference. So what do? We first pick up a town A. This is my town A. Got it? And when you go to town B, in such worlds, you can only move like the rook of a chess. So how do you move? You move 36 kilometers east. 36 kilometers. 36 kilometers east. Have you moved? And then say move 15 kilometers north. So they further say move 15 kilometers north. That means it's a Daddy, it's just a Pythagorean triplet. Daddy Pig is explaining Peppa Pig, what's a Pythagorean triplet? George. Understood? So this is town A and this is town B. First we have made our, and this is how much? 36 kilometer, 15 kilometer. This is an easier problem than even points distance. Only that there is a story to it. And why do they give this story? Because you all are very pathetic in story. You all love Percy Jackson, you know. They said, how would you find the distance from A to B without measuring it? Okay. How will you find distance AB without measuring? Means without physically measuring it, without measuring it. Hey, do I need to solve this problem? It's just Pythagoras theorem. So you say AB should be equal to root of how much? 36 square plus 15 square. I will always solve what is 15 square. 36 square you will be solving because you are the student. You are the mazdoor. I always do the easy jobs. Now tell me what is 36 square. 36 square is hey. 36 square is what? 30 plus 6 whole square. 30 square is how much? 900. 6 square is how much? 36. 2 into 6 is 12. 12 3s are 36. So 6, 9, 9, 10, 11, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 9, 6. Nonsense. Now you solve it. हाँ तो ढूंढ क्या गलती क्या है सर ने कुछ गलती तो क्या होगा ढूंढते हैं सर की गलती ढूंढते रहो हाँ एकाक्ष राइट हैंड ऑन द लिप्स लेफ्ट हैंड ऑन द चेयर वेरी गुड डोंट डू एनीवेज mama has requested one meeting with me not for what is your study level going on सुनो not for what study level is going on mama has asked me how is he doing do I need to renew tonic सुनेगा सुनो शर्मिंदगी सबके सामने अच्छा होता है सुनो ये सुनो एकाक्ष का मैसेज सुनो एकाक्ष मॉम हैज रिटन टू मी बेइज्जती सामूहिक होना बहुत जरूरी है ठीक है ना सो राइटिंग दादा संचिता हियर मुझे बड़े भाई बुलाते हैं ना संचिता हियर वांटेड टू चेक सुनते जाओ if Ekaksh is attentive in class and is participating few words in Bengali which I am translating you to in English he's full on into mischief and is addicted to Call of Duty games ठीक है please give me his feedback do I need to renew tonic for some more third degree see but I am honest I never say I said I will give you a detailed feedback shortly. बस इतना ही लिखा मैं राज की बात राज ही रखता हूँ she is sure she is the mother ना today she will again ask obviously and I just need 2 ways you know him how he is connected to me his mama is my engineering junior by 2 years yeah his mama he's in US now उसी का भांजा है ये तो मेरा तो हक बनता है इसका टाइट करना है ना grade 8 we have one boy from Pune he is my classmate's sister's son my classmate's sister's son younger sister's son so full tightening इसको भी full tightening करना है चलो हो गया ये Next type of problems, okay? Another type of problem. This is easy. Find the point on the x-axis. Find the point. Don't try to solve it. First, picturize the problem. Find the point on x-axis. Find the point on x-axis, which is equidistant. Ish. Adya has got angry. Adya has sent message. Anticipatory bail has come from Adya's mom also. Camera is not working. Adya ने बोलेगा सर इतना डांटते हैं मैं नहीं पढ़ूंगी मम्मा आप बता देना सर को he is just pulling my leg in front of the whole class thinking that my camera is going bad कितना ट्रॉमा बच्चे के ऊपर ओके -2 and 9 बच्चे पढ़ने जाते हैं या ट्रॉमा लेने जाते हैं देखिए अगला एपिसोड ठीक है ना अगला एपिसोड ट्रॉमा वाला क्लास न्यूज आएगा फिर, ये कोई टीचर नहीं, देखिए बच्चों को कैमरे के नाम पे डांटने वाले टीचर। एक टीचर जिसने स्टूडेंट के अंदर मचा दी है हड़कंप, हमारे कैमरा पर्सन ने स्टिंग ऑपरेशन किया। अगर आप यस लिखते हैं तो भेज दीजिए 57575 पर। चलो इस प्रॉब्लम को करते हैं, ठीक है। आइए, you can actually draw realistic points also, or if they are not realistic also, they don't matter. Ultimately you will get the same answer. So let's see, we have a point which is 2 minus 5, ठीक है ना बेटा, 2 minus 5, look how I do, 2 is like 1 2 1 2 2 minus 5 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 5, say 2 minus 5 is somewhere here. This is the point 2 minus 5. I'm trying to do it realistically, okay. And then there is another point which is 2 9 minus 2 9. Where is minus 2? Minus 2 is here, and 9 la, 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 somewhere here is the point. Agreed? And let me join these two points. It may pass through the origin or it may not pass, okay. I'll not make it pass through the origin, somewhere here. It becomes a very, what you call it, yes, that situation. So okay, so say this is 2 minus 5, right? I have to find a point on x-axis which is equidistant from both the points. Do you understand? So on x-axis, these points are known as beta tester point. This is a test, this is the point on x-axis, and this point I have to say let the point be pxy, and pxy is equidistant from both. यही तो criteria दिया है ना. So don't try to solve the problem. पहले point को picturize कीजिए. Our science ma'am used to tell us, पहले पढ़ो, she was Assamese, so in her accent, पहले पढ़ो, फिर समझो, फिर सोचो, फिर लिखो. So पहले पढ़ो, फिर समझो, फिर सोचो, फिर लिखो. ठीक है? So हम लोग क्या लिखेंगे अभी? हम लिखेंगे let the point Adya beta, how are you? be pxy. देखो कुछ भी नहीं बोल रही है, कितना गुस्सा हो गई है वो मेरे ऊपर, बड़ा गुस्सा है. Adya, you are angry, right? Let the point be pxy. कुछ नहीं बोल रही है, उल्टा गुस्सा. Let the point be pxy on x-axis, which is equidistant from given points. अब यहां पे थोड़ा सा हमने बेवकूफी किया है जानबूझ के, ताकि आपको क्लैरिटी समझ में आए. The बेवकूफी that we have done is, since the point P is on x-axis, so y coordinate, yes, should be 0. So the point is actually px0. Did you understand this or not? Otherwise you would have got two equations in two variables which you don't know how to solve. अब आपका काम आसान हो गया, क्योंकि पॉइंट कहां पे है? पॉइंट यहां पे है. तो when you do the problem, you did not go by this way. Say, listen, when you do the problem, you did not go by this way. You'll straight away say, let the point be px0. This I have made because the point could have been here also. This is a special case where the point lies on x-axis. Therefore, I have broken the entire kahani. The whole jackfruit has been broken in front of you. But when you do the problem, and this problem comes in test, we did not write this step. What we will write, we'll write, let the point on x-axis be p represented by x0. Why are you doing x0? अरे भाई x-axis में है तो y तो 0 ही होगा ना. और यही क्वेश्चन अगर मुझे बोलता find the point on y-axis, I would have represented it as p0y. Is this getting in your head? Very good. Your head is nice, that means. Okay? Very good. Very good. So let's start now. And let this distance be, the points be A and the point be B. ये दो point हो A or B. Now, given P is equal to PB. Andhra Pradesh is equal to Punjab. P is PB. Can you calculate what is P? Let's calculate what is AP. A का points क्या है बेटा? A is minus 2 9. ठीक है ना? So we write y2 minus x2 minus x1. So you can write 2 minus minus 2. Your wish, huh? You can take it in any order. I have taken 2 minus minus 2 plus minus 5 minus 9 whole square is square. This is AP. Did you understand? Can you write what is the value for PB? This is not AP. मैंने बोला this is this is this is so we need to find AP. So AP is what? AP will be x minus 2 and 9. X minus minus 2 whole square plus how much? 0 minus 9 whole square. Children, have we understood this? X minus 2 whole square. Because we are finding this distance, x minus minus 2. And now we have to find this distance. This distance is how much? Root 2 minus x whole square plus minus 5 minus 0 whole square. देखो तो बेटा, समझ में आया? क्या समझ में नहीं आया बोलो? पहले हमने ये डिस्टेंस लिया. What is the distance? Difference of the x coordinates. X minus minus 2. X minus minus 2 whole square. Or you could have done minus 2 minus x whole square. एक ही बात है बेटा. Plus 0 minus y whole square. This point is x. This point is what? This point is p x0, na? Finally. And see Abhigya, what is on this side? 2 minus x whole square minus 5 minus 0 whole square. थोड़ा साफ सुथरा कर ले इसको. साफ कर ले बेटा. साफ करने से क्या हो जाएगा? x plus 2 whole square plus 9 square है ना, is equal to 2 minus x whole square minus 5 minus 0 करने से क्या हो जाएगा? बेसिकली 5 स्क्वायर ही तो होगा. एक ही बात है. और यू पुट minus 9 square, your wish, minus 12. Okay. Now how to solve this? We will square both sides. Monu square equal to Sonu square. That means Monu is equal to Sonu, right? So where did you? Everyone has fights with me, all because of Mishka. Anything good that happens due to me, and anything that bad happens is because of her. No, it is today is your day. Why every day, Rishika? आएगा ना. So we do squaring both sides. So square both sides, it becomes x plus 2 whole square plus minus 9 square is equal to 2 minus x whole square plus minus 5 whole square. So shall we solve this? X square plus 4x plus 4 plus 81 is equal to 4 minus कितना हो जाएगा ये? 4x. Yes or no? Plus x square plus 25. x square cancels. Okay. 4x minus 4x cancel नहीं होता है. ये cancel होता है. तो 4 और 4 cancel हो जाएगा. 4 and 4 can get cancelled. So you bring 4x this side, it becomes how much? 8x. 8x is equal to how much? 25 minus 81. Yes or no, bachcha? So 8x is equal to 6, 1, 2, 3, 3, 8, 5. Or x is equal to negative 7. Therefore, the point is negative 7, 0 is the point which actually is equidistant from both. ऐसे भी करेक्ट है. देखो नेगेटिव साइड में ही आना चाहिए था ना. बोथनिकोस नेगेटिव में ही आया. देखो समझ में आया. ऐसे भी प्रॉब्लम आएंगे आपको. आद्या अभी भी नहीं बात कर रही है. आज तो मेरा खाना ही बंद हो गया. आज मेरी माँ पूछेगी बेटा तू खा क्यों नहीं रहा है? इसलिए क्योंकि आज एक बच्चे ने बुरा मान लिया क्लास में. और एकाक्ष इज वेरी लाफिंग. ही इज ऑलवेज लाफिंग. उसका टॉनिक इंतजाम करता हूं ना. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम है इस बुक में. फाइंड द पॉइंट ऑन वाई एक्सिस व्हिच इज इक्विडिस्टेंट. ठीक है. कैन यू डू वन प्रॉब्लम? पॉइंट ऑन वाई एक्सिस, इसके बाद छुट्टी. ठीक है. Your next problem is, now the point is on y-axis. Point on y-axis, equidistant from, कौन से point बेटा? Point on y-axis equidistant from -5, -2 and 3, 2. -5, -2 and 3, 2. Point was 1. Draw the Cartesian coordinate. Roughly try to plot this point. Come on, quick. I don't want tortoise in my class. I want rabbits who lose the race with a Duracell fitted in their body. Rabbit's father was a Lamborghini. What are the points? -5, -2. So this point should be on third quadrant. And another point is 3, 2. 3, 2 means 3, 2. यार मेरा हर लाइन हमेशा, why my lines always pass through origin? Why? This is all because of Mishka. 3, 2. So this point is 3, 2. And this point is -5, -2. And this can be taken as A and this can be taken as B. Find the point on the y-axis. So the point on y-axis is this P, and P's coordinate is 0 and y. ये समझ में आया? तो y-axis में आएगा तो 0 y होगा, x-axis में होगा. Distance formula लगाइए, distance formula. So what is the distance formula? Let's put this distance. ये P equal to PB. ये P का वैल्यू कितना है भाई? -5 -0 whole square plus -2 minus y whole square root should be equal to, उधर कितना है? 3 - 0 whole square plus, किसी भी ऑर्डर में लो, बस करेक्ट लो, 2 - y whole square root. आप अपना भी लिख सकते हैं, you can do on your own also, it doesn't matter. Okay, this was what? -5. How come your handwriting is so bad, Mr. Das? Joshua Hayes. Sunny Hayes. This is -5 square plus -2 minus y whole square root is equal to 3 square plus 2 minus y whole square. Then you do squaring both sides, then what will you get? 5 ka square will become 25. Okay. Children, this can be made more easy. See, if you pull up the -1 outside, the -1 also becomes a square. This is basically 2 plus y square. एक ही बात है. Okay, anyways, 2 square is 4 plus 2ab or minus whatever you put. कौन सा ये? इसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है? तुम लोग ना ढक्कन हो, ढक्कन. -2 minus y whole square. जाओ क्लास 6 में एडमिशन लो. CBPDM समझ गया ना? चुल्लू भर पानी में डूब मरो. ओके, फोर वाई 8y is equal to 9 and 25 goes that side, that becomes how much? -16. Y is equal to -2. So the point is what? The point is 0 -2. So our diagram is not actually correct because we drew a rough. The diagram should be नीचे आना चाहिए. इसके लिए कोई आपका मार्क्स नहीं काटेगा. Nobody will take out your marks for this. So in actual, the line is little bit down. Understood? This concludes the lovely class of today.